Justice League of America's Vibe number 4, written by Sterling Gates, art by Manuel Garcia and Fabiano Neves. So last issue, Gypsy was being held in Argus detention cell or whatever. She managed to escape, and Vi was just chilling in his bedroom, and this dude showed up named Breacher, and he's just in his room now. So we pick up this issue in Detroit with Agent Gunn coming home, and he comes home to his husband. Turns out he's married. He is in a gay relationship, and his husband's like, oh yeah, hey, how's it going? Here's this crazy thing that happened at work today. By the way, you forgot your wedding ring here. Are you ashamed of me or something? Like, do we need to have that talk? And the husband's like, no. Look, there's been a lot of shakeups at Argus recently, and the people in charge now are the sort of people who would use our marriage against me, and I don't want you to be involved in that at all. And he's like, don't worry, I get it, but I'm going to risk it. So, tell people we're married. It's okay. So then we cut back over to Vibe, and he's talking to Breacher, and Breacher's basically there, and he's like, hey, here's the deal. I'm here to help you. Don't try to vibe me or whatever. And he's like, okay, but who are you? What's going on? And he's like, okay, this is all kind of confusing. I was the first to breach the dimensional membrane. I came over to warn you guys of Darkseid's invasion. Nobody took me seriously, and now you guys are all super paranoid or whatnot. So here's the thing. I just need you to listen. Argus ain't cool. It's not a good place. Be very cautious of them. And then all of a sudden he starts glowing. He's being pulled back to his reality, and he disappears. So, and then Vibe's just like, okay, well, that's a lot to take in. So then we cut over to Gypsy, who's making her way in a downtown Detroit street fair, and she's looking at some fabrics and stuff like that, because she's just wearing prison clothes, bright orange. And some cops nearby are like, oh, we're to apprehend this woman. She's wearing these bright orange clothes. Should be easy to find her. And we see them walk by a homeless couple on a bench. And it turns out one of them was Gypsy, just using her transforming ability to blend in. So she manages to sneak by the cops. She gets some clothes and stuff from the fair. And she actually pays for it. And she even donates some money from selling the other stuff to a needy family, so that nobody even has a bad word to say about her. She was just super kind and nice the whole time. So then we go down to the public library. Ramon is doing some investigation of the Argus and how it's coming up in old newspapers and stuff. And they're like, yeah, Argus was made after the whole Darkseid thing in order to help the Justice League. But it sounds like they kind of folded in all of the Men in Black kind of government agencies, and so it's super secretive and stuff like that. And Dante chimes up and says, Cisco, sounds to me like you're working for some real shady people. Maybe they're hurting people. Just look into it. So we see the next mission come up, and Cisco's talking to Agent Gunn. He's like, oh, hey, you're married. I didn't even notice. Anyway, so how come every time we attack people, we attack them before talking to them? This is my third mission, and it just seems it's kind of weird like that. And then I was like, okay, here's the thing. Do you remember that whole declaration of war that happened in issue 2? And he's like, yeah. Here's who it's for. And he pulls up Gypsy. And it's Gypsy is this whole big thing. You need to go out there and find her. We know that she is somewhere in this fair. We've locked everybody in. And so you just need to go around and see if you can find her. And he's just like, okay, yeah, no, if it's to stop a war, sure, why not? And he also threatens his job, saying, you messed up the Kid Flash thing last issue, so you better be on this. So everyone's pissed off that they're being held against their will, but Cisco just goes around just no, they're all good, they're fine, they're cool. Until finally he sees a young boy, and he's glowing, which is his cue of, you're not who you look like. So Gypsy transforms out, starts running, and she keeps on transforming into other people, trying to throw the agents off the scent. Also, the crowd is getting more and more rowdy as well, because, again, everyone only had nice things to say about Gypsy. And so they're like, okay, the government's hunting nice people now. So what if she can transform? She's cool. She gave money to the homeless. So someone throws a bottle, hits Agent Gunn in the head. Cisco makes his way and tries to follow her and is stopped by Batman. And Batman says, "Everybody, stand back. This is official Justice League business. Everyone get out of here." Superman's dealing with her inside the building. And Cisco's like, "Dude, I can see you're not Batman." And she's like, "Fair enough." So they try to fight each other. Apparently, it's not an actual transformation. It's just like a trick of the eye. She's able to bend light and fool the human eye into seeing different things. So he uses his vibe power to blast her into a nearby building. Some agents follow in. One of them is like, or Vibe's like, "Hey, you guys chill here. I just want to like go deal with her myself." And they're like, No. We have orders to take her in, like dead or alive. Or sorry, especially alive. And so then Gypsy comes out, knocks out the agents. Vibe gives pursuit, and basically he's like, "Look, no one's going to hurt you. We're just here to figure out what's going on here." And then Waller pops over the comm and says like, "All right, bring her in. You got her." And Vibe's like, "Okay, guys, chill, hold on." And then she says "fire at will," which pisses off Vibe to the point where he uses his powers to basically make a hole in the floor and all the agents fall through. So now it's just him and Gypsy, and they're just talking now. And Vibe's like, "Look, why are you trying to start a war with Earth?" And she's like, "I'm not trying to start anything. Look, I come from like an interdimensional wandering tribe. I got left behind during one of their things, and I've been kept here as a prisoner ever since. Like, I just want to go home." And he's like, "Okay, well, where's the portal?" And she's like, "It moves. If I can figure out like where I was lost at, I can follow the path." And Vibe's like, "Okay, well, maybe I can find it for you. Like, that's kind of my whole thing. But first, right now you're just showing up as a big ball of light, so let me just focus my vision a little bit. And, oh, hey, you're super hot." She's like, "Oh, okay, thanks." So he picks her up on his shoulder and is like, "All right, so I'll help you out since you're clearly hurt." At this point, Waller and Gunn are able to hear everything over the comms, and Waller's like, "What the hell is he doing, Gunn? For God's sakes, get your..." Like, he is going AWOL right now. He is helping the enemy. And Gunn's like, "No, he's just a kid. Like, I can still get him. I can still go get him." And he's just like, "No, time for that is well past. He is now an enemy. We're done with him. We're going to bring him in as well as Gypsy." So at that point, everyone is told the new plan, as well as Waller saying, "Hey, everyone, you got that? Go find Vibe and Gypsy." And we see that it is the Suicide Squad being called in for another mission. Okay. I like the way this series is moving. I do enjoy the fact that Vibe is thinking more outside the lines of like, "Nope, it's my duty to just follow orders. I'm brought onto the JLA." Like, no. He sees that they are clearly bad dudes, and he's doing something about it, rather than him just hemming and hawing of, "Do I listen to authority or do I do what's right?" I appreciate that. The only critique I really have in this book is that I am so sick of things crossing over with Suicide Squad. From the beginning of this show, I feel like every single goddamn book that's floundering even a little bit is immediately thrown into a meetup with the Suicide Squad, because they can just fit in wherever. This is just another mission for the squad. Stop it. It makes more sense here because it's Amanda Waller, but like, I still don't want it. And the fact that this one teased a crossover with Batman, despite the fact that didn't happen. Last issue was Kid Flash. I don't feel like they have any faith in this book, and that they just really let the story play out. It could end up so cool. Like this whole Breacher thing at the beginning, super interesting that there's this other dimensional being that's trying to help out. I'm so in for that. Stop crossing over with Suicide Squad. So yeah, overall, I'm going to give this one just a flat 7. It's fine. It's good. It's not amazing, but it has so much promise. And I like the way they're also playing with Gypsy as well. So 7 for this. Look forward to seeing the next chapter.